So, what are your plans now? I've heard this over and over and over again, just a bunch in many different contexts, kind of randomly, perhaps cluing me into something that God's trying to make me think of. And I think it's definitely working because it's made me think of how much I usually have a plan, or at least like to think that I have one. In all shameful honesty, last year when I was doing support raising, I didn't think people would support a missionary that didn't have a plan. Like if I pulled out just a Burger King napkin with step 1, step 2, step 3, okay, a tribe is reached, would they really support me? It's because of this that I had such a detailed, determined A through Z, step 1, step 2, all the way plan that I would communicate to people in hopes that they would think, okay, this missionary's got it all together. Yeah, I want to support him. And I didn't realize how grave of a box I was putting God in, as if he would conform to that plan like he almost never does, where we always have to conform to his. And I was utterly put to shame by James chapter 4, verses 13 through 15, when it says, "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we'll go into such and such a town and spend a year and trade and make profit, but you don't know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? You are but a mist that is here for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, I will live and do this or that." And I used to think that if I had put "if the Lord wills" before or at the end of something, kind of like a little asterisk, that I wasn't communicating enough confidence to convince these people that I was really going to do or try and do what I was planning on doing. But I realize how ludicrous that is when I think about how I would much rather support the missionary that is fully confident in God's plan, that really does fully embrace the idea of Lord willing. Because God's plans are so wildly subject to change, rather than pretending that they have any ounce of control in themselves. And so unfortunately, honestly, I did that wrong plenty of the time. And I was portraying confidence in myself rather than confidence in God, because for some reason I thought that's what people desired, but I would much rather have gone back and actually portrayed that confidence in God, letting them know that, man, he can do whatever he wants. Things could change. For now, my plans are radically tentative because I think really that's how God would desire them to be. And so, what are your plans? My 8-week Greek course was canceled. What now? Lots of things are canceled. Things have been changing left and right. And I don't want to pretend like I have any plans. Of course, they're just simply continually changing. So my first plan, was take this Greek course and then go back to California, do some more support raising, go to Papua New Guinea in January. Okay, what now? Well, the plans have changed. I'm not really sure what they are, and I so tentatively want to communicate them because they're likely going to change even more. And I'm so ready for that as God's been teaching me this. But man, it might be me continuing on grounds work here and then going back to California once again still in July, if they'll let me back in. I mean, I doubt they would. That seems like things are pretty gnarly over there. But, and then hopefully continuing with the same plan. But I don't know. It's totally up to God, and I have to give it up to him and not want to try and communicate this overwhelming confidence in myself to anyone else, but rather communicate an overwhelming confidence in God and his amazing ability to change plans as well. And so, good news is that there are no confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Papua New Guinea. So now is a better time than ever to go over to Papua New Guinea and go translate the Bible, right? Unfortunately, the borders are closed. Nobody's getting in or out, which is a pretty crazy case over there. But there's a lot of crazy things going on around the whole virus thing, and we're all trying to stay safe. But one thing that I think is really cool about it is that it forces people to come face to face with their own lack of control, like I have recently come face to face with. That, man, I hope it really points us to the one who truly is in control. And speaking of prayer, I would love it if you guys would be praying for me, just really primarily to have a deeper walk with the Lord, as that's going to be so vital to any ministry that I find myself in. Also, would you guys be praying for Papua New Guinea? There's missionaries who tried to get out in time but couldn't, or couldn't get in time, or whatever it was. It's definitely affecting missionaries over in Papua New Guinea, and especially, even around the world, just with so much travel trying to go on, and yet travel being restricted and things like that. If you guys would pray for that, that'd be awesome. As well as for the basketball ministry. It's canceled right now, but still seeking creative ways to get involved, and have seen some awesome fruit already, even in spite of the whole social distancing thing and whatnot. Thank you guys so much for your prayers. You guys are awesome. That's all I got for you, and I'll catch you next time.